Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. We are Group 1 and today we will be presenting on national income, unemployment and inflation. Our group members are Kesha, Alia, Christina, Gloria, Rhea, Itna, Akil, Sophia and Jasmine.
First, we will discuss national income, followed by unemployment and inflation. Then we will explore the relationship between these factors before wrapping up with our conclusion.
National income. National income is a bookkeeping system that are used by government to measure the total value of goods and services produced within the economy over a period of time. So, how to calculate national income? There are three main methods to calculate national income. First, by using expenditure approach. The expenditure approach is used to determine national income by adding up all the expenses, correcting for net foreign income, and taking capital consumption into consideration. This approach offers a thorough understanding of a country's economic activity and real income production. Second is income approach. This method measures national income by summing all the incomes earned by the factor of production such as labor, capital, land and entrepreneurship within a country. Lastly, product approach. The product approach is a method that focuses on the net value of final goods and services produced by a country during a year. It focuses on the production side of the economy. This method excludes intermediate goods such as raw material used in the production process to produce other products. This is to avoid double counting. The value is calculated from the output of three main sectors, namely the primary sector, secondary sector, and tertiary sector.
So, I'm going to explain about the importance of national income for a country. Firstly, national income serves as an indicator of economic growth. A higher national income means more investments in infrastructure and industries, and it can lead to job creation and better public services. Next, it contributes to government revenue through taxation. This revenue is used to fund essential public services such as education, healthcare, and infrastructure, and it will improving the overall quality of life. So the third one is policy and economic planning, and it helps in formulating financial and fiscal policy and also can use for a long-term economic development. Next is international comparisons and investments, and it helps assess a country's economic strength relative to others and attract foreign investors, and also can boost international trade. Another crucial role of national income is in controlling inflation and deflation. By monitoring economic trends, the government can take necessary actions to stabilize price and ensure economic balance. Lastly, national income helps in identifying underdeveloped sectors and economic gaps. This information is essential for poverty reduction and industrial growth, and it will supporting overall national development.
So, what does unemployment mean? Unemployment is when someone without any work and actively searching for a job but cannot find types of unemployment. The first one is cyclical unemployment. It happens due to changes in economic activity over the business cycle, such as recession. Businesses experiencing weaker demand might lay off or hire fewer employees to cut costs. Next is structural unemployment. It is caused by mismatch between job opportunities and job seekers. So here, it happens when worker lacks of required skills and their location is far away from the job. This type of unemployment is common in the industry where the job can easily be replaced by technology, such as in the factory. This unemployment usually lasted for 12 months and above, as people need to acquire a new set of skills just to be able to get a job. Third one is frictional unemployment. This is a temporary unemployment that occurs when individuals are transitioning between jobs. It takes time for people to find the right position, and employers also need time to find suitable new candidates. For example, a programmer may leave their current job to search for a higher paying opportunity. This type of unemployment typically lasts less than a month. Last but not least is seasonal unemployment. This unemployment caused by seasonal changes in industries occurs when jobs are only available during specific times of the year. For instance, fruit pickers are employed only during harvest season and are not working year-round. Your durian doesn't grow all year round, you know.
As mentioned earlier, unemployment is a serious issue, but there are many ways the government can step in to help. First, one way the government can help is by increasing the size and number of agricultural sectors. By providing more land and resources for farming, they can create more job opportunities, especially for those in rural areas. Agriculture is a vital industry, and expanding it means more people can work as farmers, suppliers, or even food production industries. Next, another important step is providing proper training and technical education. Programs like Malaysian Skills Certificate (SKM) offer hands-on learning, giving individuals a high chance of getting hired. When people have the right skills, they can secure jobs more easily and contribute effectively to different industries. Public work programs are another great way to reduce unemployment. These include projects like Malaysian MYEP, Malaysia Youth Employment Program, and short-term government contracts. The government can also collaborate with private companies to provide paid internship for fresh graduates. These programs not only help individuals gain experience, but also contribute to society and expand networking opportunities. In addition, many unemployed individuals dream of starting their own business, but lack the financial support to do so. The government can encourage entrepreneurship by providing financial aid, business grants, and research for startups. This way, people can create their own jobs, leading to economic growth, innovation, and a decrease in unemployment. Lastly, another major step is investing in rural employment opportunities. The government can support rural tourism, especially agro-tourism, by funding farm-based tourism business. They can also improve road infrastructure to make these areas more accessible. Promoting ecotourism and cultural experience in rural areas will attract visitors and create more jobs for locals.
So now we're gonna talk about inflation. What is inflation? Inflation is the rise in the general price level of goods and services over time, which reduces the purchasing power of money. Effects of inflation. They are on consumers and on businesses. So, on consumers' purchasing power, inflation makes goods and services more expensive, reducing the value of money. This lowers the standard of living, especially for those with fixed income. Second, income redistribution. Inflation does not affect everyone equally. People with fixed income may struggle more, while those with flexible income or assets that goes with inflation may not be as impacted. Lastly, uncertainty and saving behavior. High and unpredictable inflation makes people unsure about future prices. This can lead to less saving and more short-term spending, which may further increase inflation. So, on businesses, there are costs of production. Inflation increases costs of raw materials, labor, and other expenses, reducing profit margins. To stay profitable, businesses may raise price or cut costs. Investment decision. Higher inflation leads to increased interest rates, making borrowing and funding projects more expensive, which can slow business growth. And lastly, profitability and competitiveness. Rising costs can hurt business profit. Inflation differences between countries can also impact trades, affecting exports, imports, and overall economic growth.
What measures can the government take to control inflation? First of all, governments use price caps and floors to control prices and wage controls to limit wage push inflation. Second of all, contractionary monetary policy raises interest rates, reducing money supply and slowing economic growth. Open market operations adjust money supply, affecting borrowing costs. Higher reserve requirements limit bank lending, making borrowing harder. A higher discount rate discourages banks from borrowing and reducing money circulation and slowing inflation.
So now I'm going to talk about the relationship between national income, unemployment, and also inflation. First, relationship between national income and also unemployment. When national income increases due to economic growth, business expand, creating more job opportunities. This leads to lower unemployment rates as more people get hired. With higher wages, people have more purchasing power, increasing demand for goods and services. But what happens when national income decreases? Well, during a recession, businesses cut back on production and reduce their workforce. As a result, unemployment rises because fewer jobs are available. So we can see that national income and unemployment are closely linked. When one rises, the other tends to fall and vice versa. Now let's move on to the relationship between national income and inflation. When national income rises, economic activity also increases. This means people have more money to spend, and as a result, demand for goods and services goes up. If demand grows faster than supply, prices start to rise, leading to inflation. On the other hand, if national income falls and fewer people are earning wages, consumer spending decreases. When this happens, inflation slows down, or in some cases, we might even experience deflation, where prices drop due to low demand. This shows how national income directly impacts inflation levels in an economy.
Next, we have relationship between unemployment and inflation. This relationship based on Phillips curve, that's low employment equals to high inflation, and vice versa, high unemployment equals to low inflation. So more job become high wage, and with high wage become more spending and price will rise, and that will become inflation. And then we have stagflation, which is both high unemployment and high inflation occur together. They occur the same. Example, in 1970s oil crisis. And then we have phases of the business cycle. We have 4 of it. First, we have boom. Boom is high national income, but they have low unemployment and inflation is rise. Then is peak. Peak is when maximum is at the growth at the maximum, inflation at its highest, and economy may overheat. And then we have recession. Recession is when falling national income, rising unemployment, and slowing inflation. After the recession, we have trough. Trough is lowest income, highest unemployment, and possible deflation. And then we have recovery, when the rising income and decreasing the unemployment became inflation is moderate.
So, from this presentation, we can conclude that national income, unemployment, and inflation all impact economic stability, while effectiveness policies on income growth, job creation, and inflation control are all crucial for sustainable development and improve living standards for all and everyone. That's all from us. Thank you.